Hello everyone. In this session, we are going to talk about the measure filters. Measure filters in Tableau are a vital component of data analysis and visualization. They allow you to control the display of quantitative data, such as the numerical values, aggregated measures, and calculated fields. With measure filters, you can dynamically adjust the view of your data by setting the conditions, thresholds, and range on the quantitative data. This interactive feature offers the ability to focus on some specific data point, compare the different measure values, and gain the insights into your data numerical patterns. Measure filters are particularly beneficial when working with a matrix like sales revenue, profit margins, or any quantitative data that requires the flexible analysis. By using the measure filters, you can easily isolate the specific data points of interest and explore their impact on your visualization. This empowers you to make some data driven decisions, perform the various analysis, and identify the trends in your quantitative data. Measure filters enhances the flexibility and depth of your Tableau visualizations, ensuring that you can extract the valuable insights from your numerical data. Whether you are working with a company's sales performance data, assessing the financial metrics, or investigating any quantitative aspect of your data set. Measure filters provide a powerful and user-friendly way to refine and interpret your data. So let's go to the Tableau screen and see how can we create these measure filters. We are in our Tableau screen, and to create a measure filter, you will need few measures. So all the measures that are present in your worksheet would be provided in this lines beneath part. So below this, there is everything which is measure. Above this, everything is dimensions. To create any measure filter, what we need to do is first we need to create a visualization. For that, what I'll do is I will create subcategory wise profits visualization. So it is giving me the values in the form of a text table. Let me first convert it into the bar chart, fit it in the entire view, and then arrange it in either ascending or descending order. So right now I'm having this profit value. So now let's say if you want to apply any kind of measure filter rule. So I want to see only the profit which is either greater than some value or lower than some value. To do that, what I'll do is I need to drag this profit in the filters option. But before that, I need to look at the changes which are happening over here. So first, let me turn on the labels. I will go in the labels option and use this show marks table option. Now I can easily find out that copiers is the one which is making the highest amount of profit, that is 2,58,568. Whereas tables are the one which are making the least profit, that is minus 64,083. Now if I drag this profit filters, you can see I have got this various aggregate options. Right now, whatever calculations are happening on the basis of sum. But if I don't want to see these values in the form of sum, I can even use the filters based on the average, median, count distinct, minimum, maximum, and the standard deviation variation. Now, for now, let's say I want to see these values in the form of sum, and I want to use the filters also in the form of sum. So I will use this sum option, click on next, and then this option would pop up. This option would ask me what is the kind of filter that you need. When we are working with the dimension filters, we saw that there were various kind of filters that were present. There were the single value and multiple value option. Then we had the list option as well as the drop down option. Here we are having these four options. The first option is for the range of values. This range of values is showing you the range from which the data ranges. So it is showing you the minimum value as well as the maximum value that is present for these subcategories. Right now we know that tables is making the least amount of profit, which is minus 64,000. So it is showing you that value, and it is also showing you the value for this copiers, which is the maximum value. So right now this range is based on the minimum and the maximum value. For now, what I'll do is I will click on apply and click on OK. So it had made the filter for the profit option. Now I will click on it and use the show filter option. As you can see, the slider now appears on the right side of this visualization. Now I can easily slide over these values and I can choose which values do I want to show. Let's say I want to see only the values which are greater than 15,000. For that, I will use this slider and make the values slightly above 15,000. So let's say if I came to this point 14,998 and I am little close to 15,000 and I want to see all the values which are greater than this. So you can see this visualization has now, and I want to see all the values which are beneath 1,50,000. So let me adjust the slider again and bring the value little near to 1,50,000. Okay, so let me arrange the values still over here. Now you can see I have filtered the values and I have brought all the values between the range of 15,000 to 1,50,000, and it would show me only those relevant values. This was one type of filter. If you want to see any other kind of filter, what you need to do is you can click on this arrow and you can use the other filters which are present. These all filters are based for the measure filter. The first one in this is the range of values, which we have already used. The second one is the at least option. When you use this at least option, you are defining the least possible value for your data. So you can see this maximum value has now been logged. You cannot use this maximum value. You can only choose the minimum value that you want to see in your data. So now if I bring this slider towards the right side, you can see I'm defining the minimum values and it is taking that minimum value as at least option. If you want to fix this minimum value and you want to change the maximum value, what you can do is again you can click on this arrow and you can use this at most option. When you are using this at most option, you are fixing the minimum value but not the maximum value. Here you can drag this slider and you can choose any values that you want. So I want my data to be the maximum of 1,39,000. So I can easily select that value. If you want to use a precise value, what you can do is you can click over here and you can just type the value. Let's say this time I'm going with 1,50,000. So I can use this value and you can see two more bars have now appeared. So this is the way in which you can use these three options in the measure filter. When you are defining any range, you are defining the range from the minimum and the maximum point. If you are using at least option, you are fixing the maximum value. And if you are using the at most option, you are basically fixing the lowest value. And here also you can see these sliders. So one point is locked, which is the right part least option, and over here in the utmost part the left part is locked. That means the lowest value is locked in that. Now again, if I want to edit this filter, so I will click on this option and use the edit filter option. And here also you can find these values. The first one is a range of values, the second is at least option, and then you have the at most options. If you want to do any special calculations and you want to see all the values, let's say even if they are the null values or the non-null values, or you want to see every value, you will choose this special option. But there is no need to touch it for now because our whole data is clean, so there is no null value in our data. Then if you want to again use the null values and if there are any null values present in your data, you can also use this checkbox to include those values as well. This was one option in which you can use a measure filter. Now the next way is, let's say if you don't want to use the sum of profit. So I will bring it back, and this time again I am trying to bring this profit over here, and this time I'm going with the average. So I will choose the average and I'm choosing the range of average. So you can see I can see the average as -74, which is the lowest value, and I can also see the highest value of average. So you can choose the average values from over here. So I will bring it back to, let's say the average should be at least 1. I will click on apply and you can see few of the bars have now disappeared. This is happening because the filter is applied on the basis of average, but it is showing you the value of profit. So whatever the value of profit are, they are showing me those values. But behind the scenes, we are applying the measure filters in terms of average. So let's say the sales and the profit is fine, but I also want the average to be greater than 100. So I will fix the slider somewhere near 100. So I fixed it to 100 and you can see again few bars have disappeared. So based on the average, you can do the filters. If you don't want to do it based on the average, what you can do is you can come over here and in the measure option, instead of average, you can choose again sum, median, count, minimum, and maximum value. So these were the ways in which you can try to create a measure filters. You can even create a measure filters based on some different aggregates to that which is showing in your visualization. I hope measure filters were clear to you. In the next sessions, we will be talking about the general option in the filters. Thank you.